Also, let's try to very quickly. I'll show you one more way to do this fifth question. Okay, one more way to do the same question. But before I go to the fifth one, I'll start with the fourth question, which I had not discussed so far. So I'm recording it already. Yeah. So let's go to the NCERT exercise. Point 3, question number 4. By the way, anyone has any doubts so far? Whatever we have discussed, any questions? I forgot to ask. Any specific questions you people have? Not from the assignment. Assignment I will discuss tomorrow because some people.
So that is for us only, sir. Assignment that rational numbers.
Yes.
Yes, sir. I completed, sir. Then I had doubt whether it is for us or ninth, sir.
Oh, did I send it to you people? Oh, hold on.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. That was not for you. Yeah, now I realized I sent it to you people. That was not for you. The assignment which I'm talking about, that was your, oh, see, this is 9th class, not for you. Assignment is there in this PDF, the yesterday's class PDF. I have written some 6 questions over there. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll delete this one not for you.
Sir, but I completed and sent to you also, sir.
Yeah. That's good. You can write your 9th exam again.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, yeah, like I said, the 6 questions from the assignment, those questions I will not discuss today because I have given time until tomorrow, right? So if anyone has any doubt in that, I will give you time. You go through that, try to do it on your own, and we will discuss that tomorrow. Fine. So get to the question number 4. Most of you have already solved it, but still, let's try to do this. So on dividing this number by a polynomial gx, the quotient and remainder were given to you. So we know that what is the px given over here, the dividend, it is x cubed minus 3x squared plus x plus 2. Gx, we don't know. So let's skip that for now. Quotient, what is given? Quotient is x minus 2. And remainder, it is minus 2x plus 4. Now they're asking you to find the gx. What is the gx? How do we do that? It's very simple. Just write the division algorithm. Division algorithm says that p of x should be equal to, what should it be equal to? Gx into qx plus rx. So by that rule, what will happen? If I want to find the gx, right, move around this now itself. Don't put the values of px and qx and rx right now. Find the formula. What will it be for to find the gx value? So what I can do, I can send the rx to the left hand side. I can write p of x minus r of x is equal to gx into qx. Simple. I'm just doing simple equation, moving around the variable, transposing to the other side. This should be simple, right? Even though these are polynomials, they follow the rules of mathematics. They're not something different. They are just numbers, okay? So now I'm going to find gx. So gx, I will leave here. I will send the qx to the denominator. And let me write the gx on the left-hand side over here. So what will be gx equal to? P of x minus r of x divided by q of x. So that is how we are going to find our gx. Now put the values. What is px? X cubed minus 3x squared plus x plus 2. And from this, you want to subtract the remainder. What was that remainder? Minus 2x plus 4. So you put a minus, and then inside the bracket, you will put minus 2x plus 4. And whole thing you have to divide it by x minus 2. Okay, simplify it. What will it be? So it should be x cubed minus 3x squared plus 3x minus 2 by x minus 2. So now this division you will do and tell me what is the gx. Those of you who have done it, it's okay. Let me do this quickly. So I'm not going to explain the steps. I'm just going to do it quickly because I have explained this enough number of times. So square will make it x cubed and be minus 2x squared. Change the sign. This becomes 0. This becomes minus x squared plus 3x minus 2. Again, what should I multiply? Minus of x. So that it becomes minus x squared and minus plus x.
बढ़िया लगा है वो ऐसे ऐसे वाला जो गीला तो नहीं होना, आपको तो नहीं लगी ना वो वाइट से पहन लो तो मैं वाइट देख लूं ज्यादा नहीं गिरा है जरा मुझे नहीं वो हो जाएगा मैं वाइट देख लूंगी
Minus 2x will become x minus 2, and this will of course go one time. So it will be x minus 2 and this is minus, this is plus. Both of them become. Okay. So what is my gx then? What should be the answer? Square minus x plus 1. Did anyone solve this any different, or you use the same method?
Same method, sir.
All right. Now, like I said, I will tell you one more approach, one more way of thinking about the fifth question. So let's talk about that very quickly. So they're asking question number 5, but what do they want? They want degree of px to be equal to degree of qx. Okay, so what you do is you write down your division algorithm first. Okay, now you have a choice. Whatever you can pick some polynomial for px. Let's say x squared plus 3x minus 1. That's what I'm choosing for px. Okay. Now, if you have this division algorithm in front of you, it will help you to understand that if you want your qx to be of same degree, for this particular question, I think what I showed you, that method seems a little better. You can't do much over here. You'll have to go through the same idea, whatever we discussed earlier. Okay. So you have to know that gx has to be a constant polynomial. There's no other go. Only then px and qx can be of the same degree. Okay. And if
Sir,
you
here also the same thing we are doing. So last time we were doing it in mind. This time we are doing by writing. No, sir. Same only. No,
yes,
sir. Both.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. For this particular question, there is not much difference because of the way this question is designed. You have to know that gx has to be a constant polynomial. There is no other go. But the only difference is now in the previous class, I wrote down the rules for you. I wrote down two rules. You remember? And the second rule for that, what was that? I said that degree of gx and qx together, when you add it, that will become the degree of your px, because this is what you are multiplying, no? So when you multiply gx and qx, actually you are adding the power of x over here in both of them. So the highest power will also get added. Degree of gx plus degree of qx, that will actually become the degree of your polynomial px. And if you want this and this to be of same degree, that's only possible when this guy does not change the power of the variable. So it has to be a constant polynomial. So there is not much difference over here. Here you can just pick this as something, and then you have to do the division also. In this problem, you can't do much, okay? But let's see the second one. Here you have to do the division like we did in the previous case, and we found out what was the qx and what was the rx, that we can write down as a final answer. Okay, so not much change in the first question. Let's see whether there's any change at all. I normally always solve the way I explained you previously, but let's see whether it helps to write it down like this. So in this question, they're saying that degree of qx is equal to degree of rx. So again, write down the division algorithm: gx, qx plus rx. Now degree of qx and rx has to be same. Okay guys, this is not helping much, okay? Just do the way whatever I explained in the previous class, not much help. You have to go through all that process anyway, okay? I thought maybe writing down this way will help you people, but I don't think it's much use, okay? It's a waste of time. Let's not do that. Just do it the way like I explained, okay? Just remember the two rules which I wrote down in the note. What was the rule? Do you people remember? What was the first rule?
Degree of gx should be greater than degree of rx.
Yes, degree of gx will always be greater than degree of rx. And remember, this rule you may also see in the reverse manner, like somewhere you might see degree of rx is less than degree of gx. Both of them mean the same thing, right? So keep your wrap your mind around this. You can write it in any way. And what was the second rule just now? I explained that also. What was that? Degree of, yes, go ahead. Degree of qx plus degree of px, not px, gx is equal to degree of
Degree of px.
px. So if you want to, if even if they change the question to something else, try to remember these two rules. Your answer will be based on this idea. Okay. So with that, we have completed this exercise 2.3. Polynomials chapter is almost complete. There's only one thing which I have not taught you in this chapter as of now. And let's talk about that particular topic. Yeah. So this is the thing. So far,
Sir, you told that you will teach us the gamma.
sorry, say that again. I couldn't hear you. I'll teach you.
Sir, you told that you will teach us Alpha, beta, and gamma, sir.
Alpha, beta, and gamma. You mean the
Yes, sir.
alphabets? Greek alphabets.
Yes, sir. The third zero you told that you
Yes,
teach
yes,
us.
yes, yes. That's what we are talking about right now. Cubic polynomial, relation between coefficients and the zeros of a cubic polynomial. So far, what we had done is, I told you what is the relation between coefficients A, B, C with the zeros of a linear polynomial. In case of linear polynomial, how many zeros are there? There's only one zero, and that zero is minus B by A, right? For a linear polynomial. For a quadratic polynomial, everybody should remember now. What are the things? We know this minus B by A,
Alpha.
same minus B by A actually becomes the sum of the two zeros. See, actually this minus B by A would have also been the sum of zeros. But for a linear, there's only one zero. So sum of zeros will be what?
Yes, sir.
The zero itself. Here also, sum of the zeros is minus
One
B by
of the
A. Yeah.
yes, sir.
Alpha and beta are the two zeros, so it will be minus B by A. And remember, when you go to the cubic polynomial, there also this minus B by A, it will be the sum of zeros. How many zeros are there this time?
Three, sir. Three, sir.
So it will be alpha plus beta plus gamma. Same minus B by A will become alpha plus beta plus gamma this time for a cubic polynomial. Now, same way, try to extend the idea. Look, let's get back to the quadratic again. What was the product of roots? We call it as alpha into beta, right? C by A. You see, this C by A is nothing but this is also, it will come here as it is, C by A. But this time it is not just alpha into beta, but it is sum of the product of roots taken two of them at a time. So alpha into beta, beta into gamma, and gamma into alpha. When you take the product of them two at a time and then you add them up together, that is what becomes your C by A. The same thing happened here also, but luckily there were only two zeros, so there was nothing else to add over here. That's why alpha into beta became C by A. Does it make sense?
Yes, sir.
Alpha plus beta plus gamma. This is your,
Sir, but for cubic polynomial, how did they prove, sir? But that it will be alpha into beta plus beta into that will be C by A only. Because in quadratic equation, only alpha into beta is C by A, sir. But here, alpha into beta plus beta into gamma plus gamma into alpha, that is also C by A only, sir.
yes, it can be proved. Of course, someone did the proof, only then we get the formula. But the proof of this thing is a little lengthy. As you can see, they have not done the proof for cubic polynomial. That's the reason for you people, because it will become a little complicated.
Yes, sir.
So no need to break your head around this, because anyway this kind of question will not be there in your exam, because this cubic polynomial, this part is not in your not for your exam perspective. But I want you to know this anyway. I want you to be able to know this idea, okay? And then there is one more. See, if we are writing a cubic polynomial, what is the standard form? First of all, standard form of a cubic polynomial, who will tell me?
Ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d.
Okay, so we did minus b by a minus c by a, but there is something missing. D by a is missing. That also is a something. What is that? And actually the minus sign comes alternatively. Think of it like minus b by a, then plus c by a, and then the next one will be minus b by a. And this time it will be, it was only one of them together, two of them together, and this time it will be three of them, alpha, beta, gamma, all of them, all three together. Since this is cubic, only 3 zeros, so there is nothing else to add after that. Okay. See, if you are intimidated by this, don't worry. Let me give you an example of a even bigger one. Let's take a quartic polynomial and let's try to see what happens there. And remember, this is not part of your 10th syllabus. You don't need to worry about this. So if it is a degree 4 polynomial, what will be the standard form? Tell me, anyone?
A into x power 4 plus b into x power 3 plus c into x square plus dx plus e.
Okay. So if that is the case, what all we can write? Same thing, like I said, we will start with minus b by a. So minus b by a, what do you think it will be equal to?
The sum of all the 4 zeros.
Alpha, beta, gamma, and delta. These are the 4 zeros because this is a 4th degree polynomial. Everyone following me so far? Everyone is with me?
Sir, what is the last zero you told?
Delta. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta. That is the sequence normally people follow. Okay. Yeah. So tell me, what will be this minus b by a? Look at that. What was it in case of cubic polynomial? Sum of the zeros taken one at a time. So you have to do the same thing. Sum of the zeros taken one at a time means it will be alpha plus beta plus gamma plus delta, one at a time. Next one, after minus b by a, what should I write?
C by
C by a. And this time, see, it was first one was negative, second one should be positive. And this time it will be sum of the zeros but taken two at a time. So two of them you have to take at a time. So alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha beta. Okay, let's take alpha first. Alpha beta, then alpha gamma, and then alpha delta. Then let's take beta gamma plus beta delta, and then plus gamma delta. See, when you take two of them together, you have to consider all these zeros. Remember, I'm just writing it for you so that you understand the pattern. Remember, this is not for your exam perspective. No one will ask you to do this, okay? I just want you to understand the patterns. That this C by A represents sum of zeros taken two at a time. So since there are four zeros over here, all these things are coming into picture. But in case of cubic, only these three pairs will be there: alpha beta, beta gamma, and gamma delta. That is why it is C by A is the sum of zeros when you multiply two of them together. Sum of the product of zeros taken two at a time. So is everyone following the pattern now? Do you understand what's happening here? Don't worry, how I wrote this, this is permutation combination. When you have four things, alpha, beta, gamma, and delta, how to arrange them in pair of twos. So these pairs, arranging them like that, that is you have to apply some logic. Permutation and combination. Taking alpha with beta, alpha with gamma, alpha with delta, then take beta and gamma, beta and delta, and then take gamma and alpha. So we have taken care of all the pair. Can anyone make any other pair? Have I missed anything?
No, sir.
I don't think I have missed anything. Okay, that's correct. So now after minus b by a, c by a, what should be the third formula here?
C by A.
minus by.
Yes, it should be minus. Remember, like I told you, minus comes alternatively. This one is minus, this one is plus, this one is minus. Next one will be plus again. Yeah. So now this time, what will be? What is this d by a actually? It will be sum.
Alpha into beta into gamma into delta. The product of all the four.
No. See, this was product of one taken at a time, two taken at a time. This time it will be three of them together at a time. No.
Oh, yes, sir.
So you have to do alpha, beta, gamma, then beta, gamma,
Alpha, beta.
delta plus alpha, gamma, delta. Anything else?
No, sir.
Can we make any other three pair? Don't think so. I took these three together, these three also. I took,
Alpha, gamma, and yes, sir. That's all, sir.
yeah, that's all. These are the only three pairs you can make like this. So that is the thing. And then what will be the last one? Now there's one more E. E is also there, right? Look at the standard form. We did D by E. Now we have to do E by A. Yes. Somebody has
Did we take B alpha, beta, and delta?
alpha, beta, delta. Yes. Yes. It has to be there. Yes. It will be alpha, beta, gamma, alpha, beta, delta. Of course, it has to be there. Okay. Yes, that's good. Anything else? No, I think it will be only four pair. Okay, that's fine. So look at the last one. So it was pair of three taken together. This time it will be pair of four of them taken together. So there are only four zeros. So you'll have to write all of them together. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta. That will be E by A. So all this I'm writing just to show you the pattern. Now this thing should look a little easier to you now. Now look at this cubic one. Does it seem easier, right? You did B by A, sum of three of them taken together, one taken at a time, 1 0 taken at a time, this one, two zeros taken together, and this one, 3 zeros, all of them at a time. So now this looks easier, right? After seeing the fourth degree polynomial.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's the reason I showed. Okay, fine. So I think now we have covered everything. I will be giving more questions anyway. Whoever has RS Agrawal with you, you will try to solve questions from RS Agrawal also. If you don't have RS Agrawal and you don't want to buy RS Agrawal, that is also all right. I will share some PDF which will have NCERT exemplar questions. So see, this has lots of questions. So I do not have the luxury to solve all of them in the class. I cannot do that because if we start doing that, whole year we will not be able, even be able to complete 5 chapters. So for that, what you have to do, whoever is fast enough, you try to do as many questions from this as possible. Try to complete everything. I'll share the PDF and you can ask me questions from there. Whichever questions you are not able to solve, I will help you with that. Okay. So